Hello, everybody. I can see that live is starting. So I have no idea really how it works. So I will be sketching, watching if there's somebody. If you're here, just give me a sign. And meanwhile, I will be sketching live. I'll try to see if I can put it in a way that everybody can see. As says nobody, I will be sketching live. Here we are, up, more or less. Let me not fall away. Up. Maybe if I put it more here. Okay, wonderful. Nobody can know. Okay. So I have my flowers, fresh flowers to sketch, and I'll do it with the ink from Japan. So to choose from the tick 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 tick. I'll take some brush. Okay, for now nobody. So let's do some sketching. Okay, so we have. Honestly, don't know which one I want to choose more, but I'll do this. Okay. The glass always challenging to sketch, and I have a very unconventional flower selection, so I will be doing it in an interesting way. It's always interesting to draw different types of flowers, especially every season is different, and so you have a time to study all of them during the year. So now is asters, which in French language they say Reine Marguerite. Don't know why, but they say that. And I found tulips today. Hello there, I can see there's two people. And so yes, I found tulips in autumn for my sketching, for my drawing, which is very amusing. And right now I am studying another autumn flowers, which is just behind my easel, and I will show it when I will finish. This is a small, it's not gladioli, it's a different flower, but it's also autumn flower. And it has this kind of heads of the unopened flower and a very almost no leaves, which make it very easy to draw because there's only stem and flower. And it's very beautiful flower as well. So, and this is that strange plant that I got today in the florist. And now we're going back to the glass vase, and I love painting glass. It's very strange that I do like painting glass more than metal. I have no idea why I do like glass, but I think it's kind of challenge of painting glass, and metal is probably more challenging than this, but I somehow don't much enjoy it. So the glass has always the bleak, and the leaves are usually jammed inside, and this stem has to go through here and finish in here, and then it's finished in the glass, and the inside the glass, the water will cut the stem, and so the stem will go a little bit down. And then here, because the vase is very tiny and slim, it will have a mending a little bit like that. So this strange plant is having a little bit of hair, fine enough. So I add a little bit of hair. And afterwards, what I will do the table. And table is, here is like that. So I do the angle and go there. And that's gonna be a little pretty flowers like Bob Ross said, right? Oh, you don't see me, okay. I'll just put it a little bit further. Here we are. Hey, do I see anybody? Chart filter, no, I don't see anything. Up. Okay, so now everybody can see what am I sketching. And I will do my signature stripes. Little black stripes, like Bob Ross would say. And I go in this direction and this direction and this direction. Up, and there's always little accidents. Also, like Bob Ross said. Oh, hi guys. Gosh, many of you. Oh, thank you, Daniel. So, yeah, so this is what I drew right now. It was these flower arrangement. And if you remind me, please, what are these flowers, I will be very thankful because I keep forgetting what it is. Autumn flowers, right? It's very beautiful. And also, if you know about these flowers or whatever it is, green things, yeah, also write me. What are these? So the only thing is missing in my drawing is my signature, because signature is a very important thing for the artist. And people don't recognize this or don't realize this, but if to say Picasso, everything that is signed with Picasso, it's triple price or maybe quadrupled. So I will be signing it with my favorite brush pen, ink brush pen, which is absolutely new because I used all my previous ones. So I'll have to a little bit used it to try. Up. Okay. And I put my signature. Here we are. Thank you, Daniela. Yes, so I think with this still life I'm okay. I have another still life is at the back here, and you can see I have the roses, those autumn flowers that anybody knows how those flowers, what's the name of it? I'll show it from my previous one. So what is the name of this? Yes, Bill, you can buy my drawing even for $100 on my website, www.zoiaskoropadenko.com. So, yeah, absolutely, please buy if you like them. I'll put those ones for sale as well because I do them quite a bit. So, if you will check my website tomorrow morning, it will be there. So, I'm starting a new one. So we're doing those flowers, flowers arrangement over there. So we have a first flower. It's always important to start every drawing, every painting with the composition. So you have to find the golden middle of composition and then play from that. So I found this pink flower over there. Then there is a small one, very cute one. How do we call these flowers? Dahlia, that's how it is. I am from Monaco. Yeah, so yeah, answering your question, I am from Monaco. So here is the yellow flower, which is half opened. So I'll do it half opened. And again, there's a beautiful big rose color rose, which I'm gonna sketch it like this. And rose usually very, very not easy to sketch or paint because it has so many petals, and so it's very challenging always. And this is the head of the dahlia, so I remind myself what's the name of it. And this one is a small red rose. And the rose, basically, to start, the rose has a lot of petals going inside. So first you draw the outside petals, and then you draw the inside, which is kind of very much compact. So here I draw the inside and then outside. And then there's another one, the yellow one at the back, and the orange one at the back. And I have one head of the dahlia here, and the other one is at the back. So now, as I composed a whole still life, I can compose the vase. Again, I have a glass vase. Monaco is in Monaco. Well, I mean, answering you, how long does that take me? Answering in Picasso way, it took my whole life, and let's put it like this: it's not my first still life or drawing, so yes, it's taken me quite a while. A little bit, I have to move it a little bit here, but yeah, well, you can see when I'll finish this one, so you can count how long it's taken me. All my life, like Picasso said. Okay, so we have here, and then here will be the vase. So the vase is a really simple shape and very, very transparent. So I'll do that. Hi, Branko. Sounds German. Don't know what is this. Sound German. Well, I speak English right now, so no, I don't know German. Up. And I am gonna, so we have one flower, so it's one stem, and then second stem, and then this stem from here, and then this stem goes from here, and then there is a stem from this flower, it's going this way, and then there is a rose stem, and then there is another rose stem, and then there is another rose stem, and another rose stem. And I think there's a lot of roses have a lot of quite chunky leaves, which always help to make build up a quite nice shadowy effect. When dahlia doesn't have so many leaves, and so I always keep this kind of thing. So here we have a glass, so I'll leave a little bit of effect of the glass, and then there is inside, and then I'll do the crossroad of the stems, because they go in the water to have the shape in this kind of different directions. And just a little beautiful flowers, as Bob Bros would say. So we see the back of the water, and I think I have a little bit of problem with the thick. And in this case, we basically have to calculate which direction all the stems are going, and then just a little bit do it in different ways. So under the water, the stems are always not a little bit torn, and they will be in different positions, because the water projects it in a different way. So I'll of course put it a little bit in different ways. And then there is a blick on the vase, and then there is another blick here, and then there is a bottom of the vase that we can see, and then we do here, and I will put a little bit of leaves on the dahlia because they do have these beautiful little leaves, and here's this, I have a little bit small here. So right now my flowers are a little bit same color. Usually every painting has a contrast, has to be dark and light. Usually the darkest part of this still life, you can see it here, is the leaves. So I have to make accent on the leaf, and on these rows this flower is fine enough, so I have to add a little bit of color, black color on these rows, and that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'll add a little bit more leaves on the rows here, and a little bit more leaves here and here, and then I can see there is a rose leaf which has this kind of stem, and then rose always have this kind of leaf, and then a little bit leaf here and a little bit leaf here, and this is how the rose stem for the leaves are made. And then it's going down, and then it's going down. And then usually the water area is usually darker than the upside of the water, so I'll put a little bit of color here, and I'll read it. Thank you, Admas, thank you. Speaking, guys, where are you from? So where are you from watching me? While you telling me that, I'll add a little bit of ink into my bowl. If you have a question of what I'm using a Japanese ink from Japan. I don't think they're very pricey. I have very expensive ink, but this one is, I think, very reasonable. Oh, Australia. Hi, Australia. Are you also an artist? So to continue what I'm doing right now, I'm gonna do the table. So I like the spirit of the Pompeii masters and the masters from Dutch era, from 1600s, from Holland. So they had a very simple still life composition, and I always use that composition. So I think this one is pretty perfect. So I will just use the very straight table. So I'll do this 1, 2, and to accentuate a little bit this kind of light part of my drawing, I will do my signature stripes. Here. Okay, and the last thing I have always to do on any of my art pieces is, maybe I have to turn this way, maybe, here. I have to sign it, so I'm gonna sign it. Without signature, it costs much less. My ink is dribbling. So here, let's sign it. So these were my dahlia and roses still life. Here. Do we like them? They actually smell quite nice. Well. as we finished with dahlia and roses, so it's kind of like mixed of winter flowers and autumn flowers, we will go to spring flowers, because I've got this wonderful, very tiny but wonderful bouquet of real tulips. I don't know where they get it in autumn, but yes, I saw it and I love tulips, and I always draw it in season. And in France, the season of tulips is somehow February and end of January. But I got it now in October, so let's do the tulips. And let's not up. So I will see tulips, but you will see what I'm drawing. So I have to remove before it's scribbled. Thank you, Admo. Thank you. I am actually going to change the brush. So I'm changing a European brush to a traditional kind of Chinese, Japanese, Asian brush, which has sometimes small things under my feet, which actually looks very big, but it's make a very nice pointy brush strokes when they have ink on it, like right now. And yeah, these brushes normally used for sumie in Japan, which is a wash ink painting, and for the calligraphy. I don't do calligraphy, and well, you can say that I do the sumie, and so I do use a lot of these brushes. So let's do the tulips. This still life is a little bit big, so I have to think about where I position the flowers. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flowers, but they're a little bit all around, and tulips has a lot of leaves, which make it very interesting to draw, but very not easy. So let's start. So tulips are made of absolutely not many petals, and they all finishing in this kind of way and connected to the stem. So it's a little bit like tulip, but much less petals. And here, and then I have here one here, it's half opened already. So one petal, I can even count how many petals, 2 petals, 3 petals. It's half open flower. I can see inside, so I'm putting inside, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So tulip has 6 petals. Now we know 6 petals. If somebody will ask you at the how to become a millionaire, how many petals in tulip, now you know, 6. So one tulip, I don't see where the leg is connected here, so, and it has another tulip a little bit open, so I will do it from here. As I said, tulips is this kind of shape, tulip shape, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one has 5. Okay, 5. And then it has this, and then there is another one. We will put it in here, and here I can see the entrance of the flower, so I'll try to open it as much as I can. And it has this do you know how it's called inside the flower? And then the tulips are having a very elegant leg kind of movement. So this one is going somehow here and going there. This one is going down here. But in between we have a lot of leaves. And the leaves will play a very big story in this still life, because without these leaves it can be any flower, any unopened flower, but with leaves it will be looking like a tulip. So right now, because I need to also have a space in my head for composition for the vase, so I will be already putting the vase, so I know where I can stop and where I have to stop. So the tulip is going here, and then there is a big leaf that is going this direction, and then there is still one flower which is a little bit not cut, but it's a little bit tied, so it's going like this, and it's watching down a little bit. I'm guessing it needs a little bit of water, and it will have water in a couple hours, and it will be totally all good. Any questions? No. By the way, if you want to ask me any question about the art, I will be happy to answer it. So there is, the tulip leg is always fat, so it's always good to put the fat leg, and it's always going through this kind of leaf, and leaf is always going, the leg is going inside the leaf, and then the leaves are going like about 3 or 4 leaves in a tulip. So we have here, this is the vase. Inside here I can see that there's a leaf that is a little bit torn, and yes, I do sound German right now, I don't know why. And then I have to go this way, and this way, and then this way, and this way. Here we are. And then I will put the shadows, and the leaves has different sides up and down, so it will be different colors. So right now it's this one, and then it's very strangely how they turned out. So here, this one is going like this direction, so here, okay. And this flower has a beautiful, very thin, but very beautiful leaf, and it will be going inside the leg. And here, this one also has a very beautiful leaf, and this flower going inside that leaf, so we'll give them a choice. Now it's a little bit of mess, but we will work it out. So it's always a thing is where is the shadow? So shadow will be in here, and it's going in somehow here. And now I need more ink. Up. And I can see that there's quite shadow going somehow here, and this is my vase. This is the where's the vase is started, so I have to do now the vase, because if not I will forget, and then there will be a lot of flowers and not much vase. So here we are, and then this part I don't really see, so I'll put it like that. So where we are, so we need to accentuate the flowers. So inside the flowers always dark, so we'll put a little bit inside the flowers, a little bit darkness. Here the darkest part is probably this down part, so we'll do a little bit like this. In this flower, again, inside is a little bit dark, and also a little bit dark inside here. This flower, again, dark inside flower, and I would say maybe inside here a little bit. And this flower has a little bit dark inside. This stem, and this one needs to have a stem, and this one has to go this way. I'll do a little bit of stripes, because the leaves usually have stripes, so I can see stripe on this one and on this one. It will also give a little bit direction of where the leaf is coming from and where it's going, and it will make a little bit of nice effect on that. So here the flower is going directly here. The water is about this direction. I'll do the blick on the vase. There are quite few blicks on the vase, so let's put them. And there's only 5 flowers, so will be five stems going down. So the biggest stem is going from this one, and it's getting, whereas the water is starting, actually we can see it up front, so it's almost touching the line of the water, so because it is stem. And then what happened, it's a little bit moved on the left because the water cut things, and then I have to remember that always this glass vase is very thick, so down I need to put some lines so to make it very thick. So because the stem has a finish, so I'll put a little bit of finish here, and then I am putting all these torn leaves inside the vase. So this was one of the torn leaves, this was another one, and here I can see it's very dark because it's kind of toned here. Back, internet connection in Europe is not the best. So I'm back with the to finish my still life with the tulips, which again, it's incredible that tulips are in autumn, but I love tulips, so I'm enjoying it. I almost want to leave it like this, but I think it's needed a little bit of still lifeness in it. So why not to do it? So I'll do the, because it's such a, it just has to be simple table. Just nothing cut, nothing, any angle, so just simple like that. And I even won't give it any stripes, I just leave it like this. But the only thing what I have to do is I have to, thank you. So I leave it like this because I think the stripes will a little bit distract from this beautiful stripe that I already created inside the still life, and so I'll just put a little bit of signature, and that will be done. Ta-da! Let me try to put it a little bit further so you can see me as well when I'm doing it. Up. Yeah. Like this, I can fit inside the picture. Here are the tulips, and the model is over here. Thank you, Adma. Thank you. Here we are. So we had, oh, I forgot the dahlia. So I do have one more still life, and it's on the floor, but I'm gonna paint. I'm gonna draw the asters. And asters are my favorite flowers, autumn flowers. I just always loved it since I was a child, and I was very happy to discover that in autumn here in Europe, not everywhere, but you can find quite nice one, and they're different colors. So I got today quite beautiful selection of different colors. Maybe later I will do a painting with the color, but right now I am with my black ink. So let's change for the asters. Thank you. By the way, if you're not subscribed to me yet, please do. I'm also on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. But please do it on YouTube because I'm doing my 1 month virtual challenge. I try to post every day my paintings, my drawings, and I will do once a week this kind of live drawings and talking. Here we are. So let's start the asters. I have a little bit of ink. The Japanese ink is very thick. So this one, let me see if I can put it a little bit so I can see the flowers. It's very easy. The flowers, the aster flowers, I'll try to do this, but I will put the flowers maybe out. The asters are very easy to draw because they're very nice, beautiful, small flowers, and they're just joyful. They're just very joyful. Let's do it. multiplied flowers. This one very red, so I'll just do it a little bit more dark than that one. And then the white one, of course, is like very, like a dentelle lace. This is more red ones. This one has a little bit of fluff, so I'll just put a little bit of fluff on it. And there is one branch, so this one is here. And then there is, they have a stems, which is like one stem with a lot of flowers on it. And they have a very, very tiny leaves. And they're like kind of a little bit like messy, but beautiful, beautifully messy. Just a little beautifully messy. And here I can see some unopened flowers, which is always beautiful. Something unopened is always nice to have. Wabi-sabi, it's a Japanese wabi-sabi moment. Here we are. It's a little bit unopened, and it will make a nice backdrop of all these flowers which are opened. This one a little bit not opened, and here is as well. And here it has a lot of green leaves, so I will just put them up. With current speed, I will use all my ink today. So a lot of small leaves which make nice dark background on the flowers. So, and then I have a very unusual shape of the vase, which is round, which I don't really like for the flowers, but for the picture as an unusual shape, why not? So it's a bowl, it's a glass bowl. You can put the goldfish in it. I would not do it, but some people probably do. So it's glass, and it, because it's a the vase is a round shape, it's the stems that don't have so much space to go, so they're just really very small inside the vase, but with a lot of leaves. So it's they go in like this kind of shape, and I can see some stems are going into the water, so I will do them into the water. And this brush has a hair that is going out, which I have to remove because I've noticed given a very messy effect. So these are the leaves, because I don't see where the vase is even started. And I think the vase may be a little bit other shape, and the vase has a little bit of bleaks, and then whereas the under the water it's a little bit dark, so I have to put the water a little bit, leave small tiny white strip for the water, so it's look like very much attractive. Then back I can see the back of the water a little bit, and then I do this kind of movement, this brush, and which will make it a little bit looking like a glass. And then I will put a little bit of bleak here, and a little bit shape like that, and then there will be a little bit bleak like this, and a little bit bleak like that, and then the bleak here, which reunite the vase a little bit. And then I can see the water finishing somewhere here, and also the round shape, the round movement of the brush will make it look a little bit round. I'll use that one. And here on this one, I would say I really need, I'll put a little bit of leaves, so it's a little bit also transparent, maybe a little bit here, because they're beautiful little leaves. Here I feel I want to put the stripes as a background, because it will make the white flowers pop up and will look more airy and more attractive. And I will definitely put maybe a table which is a little bit in different shapes. Oh yeah, absolutely. I actually thinking that maybe one day I will manage to go to Australia, because you guys have a beautiful, I heard and I've been, beautiful sunset, and the sky apparently is so super beautiful. And I'm a big fan of your impressionists, the guys who came once to Europe, met Monet, and they created a wonderful impressionistic paintings in Australia. So I'm looking forward to come to Australia and to see the art there as well as painting. I'm thinking I will love it there, absolutely. One day, maybe I'll have an exhibition. Maybe I'll have an exhibition in Australia. Why not? So let's finish with this one. So I will do the kind of broken angle table. I think it's actually can be like really broken, like really like brutally, like if I go like this and then I go here and then at the end I will go here like that. So because I did a little bit of fatness in this table, I'll put the fatness in here because it's more close to us. This brush is a little bit naughty, but as I said, I very like the stripes for this drawing, actually like quite a lot of stripes. So I'll put really in the middle, a lot of stripes in the middle to accentuate the flowers because I think they need it. It will give a little bit, because I'm not touching with the horizontal and this is vertical stripes. I don't touch the flowers where the flowers brush strokes. It gives a little bit of like halo around the flowers, which make the flowers even bigger. And this is a dribble. And it will make it more fluffy and more attractive, and you can see almost the color of it, which is red, white and blue, and of course it's all in black because I paint with Japanese ink, and it started here and it finished in there. I think I was too much. I thought to stop in the middle, but it took me more into the place. And why not? I don't like this here, so I'll probably make it more clean and more nice. Mm-hmm. 3 people watching, guys. Give me some likes, and if you need any question, if you want to ask me any question, just write in the chat and I'll be happy to talk. Yeah, I am like Bob Ross, but I can see what you want to ask me and I can answer you. And as I am finished, I think I'm finished. Actually, can see the camera, and yeah, I'm okay. I don't want to put more. Less is more, and my professors of art always said, like, if you want to add something, just put your brush away and don't add anything because everything is there. It just, your urge will kill it. So he was right. The only thing what I have to do, and every artist must do it, it's to sign your work, because if you don't sign your work is nothing. It's just a pretty picture which end up in some flea market or like, you know, some charity shop for cheap, because even there's a lot of good stuff in the charity shops. I love charity shops. All my vases are coming from charity shops. All my utensils, like decorative utensils that I sketch and draw, are coming from the charity shops. So we like charity shops. So signature. And I'm signing here. Here we are. Thank you, Sasha. So we were I don't know, you probably just came. So we were I was drawing that still life of the asters over there. Just because if you, yeah, I think you're watching me. I'll show you what I did just before, just a few minutes before I did the tulips. I have a still life of tulips. And I did a still life of dahlia and roses, which is over there, thick here. And I also did these flowers, which are somewhere behind my easel, and this is dahlia, and some strange green blob, which I very much enjoy for their shape and kind of fluffiness. And yeah, so I like that. I would do myself a little bit of a challenge. I will do again the roses and the actual double still life. Why not to do 2 vases with 2 flowers? Because it's like 2 different ones. I will do it in horizontal mode, and let's see how it will end up. And actually, I have another medium which I always love to use in my art, but sadly it's not very favorable for my art collectors. They prefer my ink drawings than charcoal, but I love charcoal. Charcoal is such a earthy and beautiful material, and it's was forever in the art history. I mean, like, we humans, we used the charcoal before we had ink. I mean, ink came much after the charcoal. So I have, and yeah, I do use it when I'm traveling a little bit with my car. I use charcoal, and usually in my study, in my studio. But yeah, charcoal is this kind of medium that is very difficult to sell, and sadly, and also it's very difficult to maintain because it's very fragile and very easy smudged. So yeah, people don't like it, and I like it. Thank you, Sasha. Thank you. So here we're in charcoal. So I have this. Actually, I got it in Laguna Beach. I remember because we don't have this in Europe. Look, they have a charcoal with a aluminium protection, so you don't have your fingers dirty. I don't mind my fingers dirty. I can always find. I always have the wet napkins to clean my hands. So I will use the French one from Sennelier. And yeah, let me do once again the asters, aster flowers, and then we'll go to that landscape format. Oh no, I'll change my mind. I'll do the long thin one. Yeah, I like it. Let's start. Do you see something? I think my camera is too small for that. Okay, let's do it. I can see my very small thin thing. So I have to do the top one. So think. And it's a very strange plant, which I don't know what's the name of it. And it's a little bit like, it's not spiky, it's more like fluffy. And then it's connected to this stem, and the stem is going like this. And then somewhere here is the dahlia. And don't know if you dahlia has so many shapes and colors, and it's always beautiful. So this is one dahlia. The dahlia has a baby dahlia which is not open yet, and it's kind of head with a pretty neck, and the head is closed, so it's I draw the closed head. Then this strange plant is going down here, and then it has a big blob somewhere here. You don't see it, I see it. It's a very big blob like that. Again, don't know what is this plant. It's green. It's very unusual, and I like this small dots. Actually, small dots are always great in art. We know it because if you aware a little bit of the contemporary art, in Japan there is this very famous artist called Yayoi Kusama, the woman who doing these polka dots and the pumpkins. And this artist actually caught exactly what the world need. The world need dots because dots are always pleasant, and they're always nice, and they're always kind of dreamy, because dots are stars, right? And everybody, most of people, then when they see the stars in the sky, they're always amazed. So dots are good in art. So we have a little bit of kind of smudged dots there, and this plant is going down here. This dahlia is attached in one stem, this 3 dahlias, so 2 baby dahlias. This is the second baby dahlia. Oh, somebody calling me. I will be back. And of course, it is the spammers who are bothering the art process. Anyway, we are back to the stems and the baby ones. So to finish the baby ones, it's finished, so it's connected. One stem with the 3 different flowers, 1 fully bloomed, 2 baby ones. Behind is a different shape. It's more like kind of star-shaped dahlia. You can see just a little bit of it. It's yellow color. And then there is a dark dahlia. I just can see only some of it. It's very dark, so I will do it really, really very, very dark. And as you can see, the charcoal has started to drop because I'm pushing a charcoal to make it very dark and very intense. And the charcoal is started. So all these bits and pieces of charcoal will be smudges. And that's what people don't like. They don't like smudges, sadly. It's kind of thin. So, but sadly again that people, even today, I mean like all the art collectors, when they're collecting, the drawings are usually much cheaper than the paintings. And if you go to any auction house like Sotheby's, Christie's, the drawings will be much less from the same artist than the painting. So drawing of Picasso will be 20,000 when the painting is 1 million or 2 million. So you can see how we're losing on the beautiful, but the drawings are beautiful. I have a nice collection of drawings because they inspire me and I like to see how the other artists did it. So anyway, back to the drawings. So I did this one. So this one has only 1 flower on the stem. Oh no, they have a small one. I can see tiny, tiny baby ones over here, very tiny. And it has a little bit of this kind of small leaves. And then, as I said before, the dahlia has a very, very few leaves in the stem, not like roses or not like asters. And so this one is going here, so I have to put it in here because the vase is very, very tiny. So it's very long, but it's not very, very big. So that's what I see. And the vase has this shape, and of course it's glass, so this stem is going that direction. The water is about here, and I need to leave a little bit, and I didn't. So here it has to be some gap. I put here. This side of the vase, I can see it's very dark, so it's making a little bit of depth. The up part is more darker than down, so down I will just do a little bit of few stripes in with the charcoal. Here I can see the leaf going inside here, and then the stem is going touching the water somewhere here, and then the water cut the stem and it's going here. Then there is a big stem of this green blob, which actually doubles. So this double stem is going down, and then it's going, also it's cut a little bit with the water, so it's going down like that, and it's going somewhere here. Then the glass has this kind of shape because the glass is very thick at the bottom. That's why the flowers are standing and not falling. So the water on the side is a little bit dark, so I'll put a little bit of dark in a little bit dark lines. Here is the, I don't know which flower is that, but I think it's a dahlia. And then there is, so 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth one. So fourth one I didn't put it, so this yellow one, so I put it in here. I put it in here, and that's probably where I'm missing it. So now I have to put a little bit of bleaks on the bottom, and a little bit of shape of the water. So like this we can see the shape of the water. I would say, what do I miss here? I miss maybe just one leaf here, just a little bit. I can see there's one small little leaf here, and I would say that I like this. I would like to put it on a table, and the table will be very long and thin, and it will be going that direction. So I'll do the table. So table is going this way, then it's going this way, and now it's going to be this way. And because I say it will be long and thin, the table is going to be going down, and this is a table. Does here if you're somebody right? I mean, no. Okay, so this is the table, and then to make it even more interesting, I'll put my signature stripes only at the end of the table. And let's see what it will give us. Maybe I'll put this one as well here. Move it like this. It will be the table will be having a logical continuation. Yeah, why not? I think still something missing on this one, and I would use the one of the composition from Pompeii, from Italy, which is they will put either painting or window at the backdrop to make even more open. Right now it's a little bit jammed between the stripes and the white background. It's like the white background is pushing the flowers towards us. To make it more nice and the flowers will be flourishing, we need a little bit of space. Space we can create either with the painting at the back or the window. Let's do window. So the window is going to be like that and like this, because of course we not forgetting that there is a little bit of perspective going on, and you will be surprised. But in Pompeii, and we're speaking about like 2,000 years ago, 1,000, I don't remember really, but they did have a perspective, and the art was amazing. I was 3 times in Pompeii or 2 times in Pompeii. I love it, absolutely. It's just like always give me the ideas of how can we do it 2,000 years later. We can do it. So this is a window. It's look already better. I think I can wash it. Yeah. So it's a little bit, flowers had more space, and because it is a window, I will do the windowsill, right? We need a windowsill and a little bit of depth. So I'll put a little bit of here and here, and because it's a window, and I'll do a little bit of striping here, and like this, 1 and 2. Does it look like a window? I think so. And there's a window. Do we need it, or I'll just do it a little bit? So if it's going here, I'll just do it a little bit of it, so it's a little bit closed and it's somewhere there. And so I'll just do it like this and like this, so not to take too much attention from the flowers. Yeah, I think now it's more, and I like it more now. I can also check it on the, yeah, I think it's much better. Oh, you're welcome, Adno. I hope to see you next Friday if you have time. I will be back with my live drawing next Friday, and meanwhile you can check me doing drawings every day. I'm doing everyday drawings and posting on different social media. Yeah, it's not easy for me because I'm a professional artist and I'm not a professional blogger, but I decided I will be one. So if you can support me with your like subscriptions and showing up to my lives, I will be very happy. I'll be very happy to see you. And hello to Australia. I very hope to come there. And to finish this drawing, we need a signature. So signature. Here we are. And because it is a charcoal, the most important thing in charcoal is to fix it. If you don't fix it, then some things called vacuum cleaner, this robot, they can come and just chew it on it and you have to burn it. So the story with fixing the charcoal, it has to be flat, because if it's not flat, it will dribble. It might dribble. I will try to do it without dribble, but it's always a challenge. Let's hope it's not dribble. And if you don't like the smell of the hairspray, the artist has to smell it. Thank you, Admo. Thank you. I'll see you next week then. Thank you for subscribing. You're welcome. I have another drawing of my beautiful strange blobs and dahlia in a very thin vase. So, I think it's okay. One last thing, and I will be finishing my session for this week. And so I will be now doing this. For those who just joined us, so this is my last one that I did right now. Probably you saw it. So dahlia, strange blob, windows, still life with a window. Then I have flowers, aster flowers. So I did the aster flowers about 10-15 minutes ago. Then I have a beautiful tulips, autumn tulips. I don't know, don't ask me where they came from, but beautiful tulips. And as you can see, I didn't use the stripes because I thought the stripes of the leaves I created is already pretty nice, so I'll just leave it like that. Then the still life, which I just did with the charcoal, I did it also with the ink. So ink, different perspective. I turned a little bit flowers, so it was different to do. And here is a big drawing of flowers with the roses and dahlias in a big vase. It's a quite nice still life, and the vase is like very easy to draw, so I just like it. Yeah, so let's do the last thing, which is we take the paper, you can see it, and I'll turn it so it will be landscape, and I can put 2 still lifes in it. So let's do it. And now I have to see if you can see it. Perfect. Well, guys, I will do my roses and dahlia, and maybe I will do this thin vase because the roses and dahlia is a kind of fat and round shape, and this one is a little bit of thin and long. And I will do it with my black ink because it's something that very appealing to lots of people. And I need to get my ink. Okay, let's do it. I still have ink in my... yeah, you can see it, right? Okay. Thank you for everybody who's putting me likes. Wow, 5 likes. Just to introduce myself a little bit. My name is Zoia Skoropadenko. I'm an artist. I'm actually a professional artist for quite a while, and I decided that I will go a little bit virtual because in real life I do exhibitions in Japan, in Paris, in London, in New York, in Los Angeles, but I neglected a little bit my virtual presence. So I'm now doing my reels and shorts and videos and TikToks and live on YouTube. I'm gonna do live every Friday roughly at the same time, because like this, all my friends around the world can watch me sketching, and you can ask me the questions and I'll be happy to answer. So because I'm working right now on a lot of still lifes, I'm preparing an exhibition, big exhibition in Paris for probably that will be in January. And it's gonna be in Monaco in November. So November in Monaco, January in Paris. So I'm doing a lot of flowers, and probably next few times you will see me. I'll do either landscapes or flowers. Landscapes are very easy to sell. Flowers is very easy to sell. So I do both. Okay, let's do the still life. So I have dahlia. So the one dahlia, actually the still life is going a little bit like this kind of shape. So I will start from the top flower, because that will be my my composition hook. This is like a dahlia which has a little bit of petals, just small little petals. Again, I'm speaking like a Bob Ross. And this is a big star-shaped dahlia, which is very beautiful, and it's kind of like this kind of shape. And then I have roses. So I have a big rose here. And roses, as I said before previously, is a very challenging flowers. They have so much petals, they have so much things, beautiful things, but very, very challenging. So then I have a small head of unopened dahlia. So, and it's going this way. As I said before, dahlia has the stems, not much leaves, when roses has a few stems, a lot of leaves, and it's very interesting to sketch. It's always nice to find the solution for every flowers. So I do the stems now. So like this, I know where is it positioned. So I have one flower, one stem. So here is another stem of unopened flower. So I'll just do this. Then this one have to go this way. And then I can see a very, very tiny one that is going this way. And so it's going that way. So I have here one red rose, one yellow rose, and one orange rose. So I'll just do like this. The red rose, I'll make it very dark because it's really very, very red. The yellow, I just keep like that. Then every rose has under their head, they have kind of small tiny leaves which hold in the head. So that's what actually make it rose and not tulip. Tulip doesn't have that. Hi Nina. And so the rose, if I put this one, it's going to be rose. From tulip, it's becoming rose. Rose also has stem, but the stem has a lot of leaves under it. So I'll do the leaves, and leaves are very dark in comparison to dahlia. So I'll do just, I can put whenever and however I want leaves. There is the leaves that is going a little bit outside. The leaf of the roses are consistent of like big leaf at the very top, and then two leaves on the same stem a little bit more down, going on both direction. And this is the rose leaf. So I did this, I did that. I will have to put just a small little leaf on the baby dahlia, and small little leaf over here, and probably I'll do a little bit petals over here just to make it more pretty. I think Bob Ross will be proud of me using his terminology. Okay, so now I'll do the glass vase, and this vase is very, very easy to draw because it's kind of conus type shape, and it's glass, and I love glass, and for me it's always pleasure to draw the glass thing. So the water is in the middle, so I do this kind of one shape in the middle. So I put this one, and then this one, and this one, and then this one, and here, and then here, and here, and because it's a little bit cut. So here, as I can see the bleaks, here I see a little bit of shadow, so I will do this way. Then I see the under it is a little bit round bottom. Here I can see the stem, which is somewhere over here, and I don't see it because it's the water cut the view on it. And I have another stem over here, and then I have just a little bit of stem here, and then stems going there, a little bit here and there, and there's no almost leaf inside, but I can see the water, and we'll do the water just around it, just to make it a little bit looking like flower. Here I can see the water is a little bit more dark than the top, so I'll just do a little bit of darkness. And here is a little bit of, on the bottom there is a reflection from the object that is next to the vase, and it's make the vase glass, right? So here we are, the glass is going somewhere here, so I'll just do here, and then I can see that if the stem is going that way, the stem going this way, the stem going that way, I can see the back of the vase, so I can do the little bit of back of the vase, and it's will be looking a little bit of transparent and airy. So this still life, just still life, this vase I leave, and I will do the small thin vase, if I can see it, with a little bit of trouble. What can I do? What can I do so I can see it? I'll put it maybe down. Up. So I'm gonna sketch this one, and probably I'll put it somewhere here. You won't see it anyway, and I will see a little bit of it. Hope it's not pop. Okay, so this vase is gonna be at the end, and so I will change my brush because it's fat brush and I need a slim brush. Yep. And the slim brush is here. I found some slim brushes, I think, and with a little bit of hope, the slim brushes will help me to do the very slim. Still, like this brush doesn't want to be together, so it's gonna be okay. So I have a very long vase with a very long and high still life. So I'll put it in the very corner. So I'll start from the very top. I don't like this brush because it somehow didn't become a double head, so I just don't want it. So we'll use this one, which probably will be in one place, maybe not. Let's see. Not really. I'll change the brush. Okay, so I'll find another. Tick, 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 tick. Okay, this one. Here will be. Yep. Coming back. So, thank you, Nina. So, let's do this one here. This brush is better. So here we are. I'll do this, and then here, and then there is a stem going this way, this way, this way. So this one here, I'll do the star-shaped dahlia. Okay, and this one here is a very dark dahlia. But before I will put the dark dahlia, up front there's a very big dahlia, very beautiful. So I'll just probably put it in this kind of way. And there's a big blob here, which is a little bit of this kind of. So the stem here is a little bit bigger than I drew. And then there's here is a very dark one. And so what's left is I have to put a little bit of stems inside there, and all the stems has to go into the vase. And because the vase has to be a little bit more far away, I'll try to put it like that, like this, and like this. And so I can see the side of it, see the water of it. The water is going here. Actually, I don't see the water, so I'll put this. Here I see the water and the stems going in, so it's like stem going into the water. Here stem going to the water, stem going to the water. And here is the leaf. And there's another leaf. And here is the head of the unopened dahlia. And now the leaves, the water here actually on the top is much darker than on the bottom. So on the bottom I will put one stem here, one stem here, one stem here. It's going directly to the shape of the vase. A little bit the side of the vase, it's actually a little bit dark over here. And the vase has a reflection, so I'll put the reflection. And there is a very clear reflection on the bottom. And here is, will be like this, something like this. Need a little bit more ink. it's my first live, so I'm a little bit unprepared of how everything has to be and where it has to be. So this is this spiky, strange plant. Again, I'll just put a little bit more accentuation on this and this flower as well. Don't flood. And now, because it's like small one there, big one there, here, so I can do the table which reunite both of them. Yeah, nobody talking to me. Oh, okay. So, because this one should be a little bit far away, so what I will do, this one will be, I will do a little bit inclination of the table, and like this flower will be a little bit over there and a little bit over here, and then I can do the table like that. So like this one will be looking a little bit here, and that one will be looking a little bit there. So as I very like to put my stripes at the background, this time I will do just a big window, maybe with a little bit of stripes or painting, I don't know. Let me see, I just feel like it needs some reuniting, two vases in one way. So it's going here and it's going to be here. And I think at this time I'll take a bigger brush, which will help me to do it much more efficient. And that's the answer on the question why artists need so many brushes and why the brushes are so expensive, because they're different. And we're going this way, so here is the, and then we go this way, and then we go this way, and then we go this way. And guess what? Because this is the frame, window, whatever we want to tell, it has to be also inside the vase. So I'll just put a little bit of kind of line that is cut by the water here as well, because there is some, and it's well make like the transparency of this a little bit. So I'll put the water, and then this one here and here. Yeah, and I'll probably still will do this here up, and I have to see a little bit what is inside the thing here. Great to see you, Nina, and I think, and see you next week. So now I would do double frame. So let it be framed. So I'll just do double frame, and like this flower will be a little bit having a more accentuated of the thing. So now I do here, and then okay. There. Done. The last thing I have to do is to sign. So that's the last thing what I have to do, is to sign the drawing, and I'm always happy to do it. And I'll probably change again my brush pen, because this brush pen does not work. Where's my brush pen for signature? I can see it. It's over here. Up. Up. So that was almost empty. Here, and it is signed. So these are the flowers that are behind. They stand behind. I did for those who didn't see me drawing for last hour. This is the still life that I did in a landscape. All the other I did in a portrait, so vertical, not horizontal. So this one of it. So this is the same vase that is here and the same flower arrangement, but it just was single and in a format of the portrait. This one is another drawing of the flowers, which is exactly this vase over here. So this is this vase over here. I did it also in a portrait, pink, and here is the tulips. I actually like it so much, these tulips. I'm gonna paint them in color. So this is tulips. And this is asters. Yes, I did buy a lot of flowers today. I went to the florist and made her happy. And this is I did with the charcoal, which again, this kind of still life technique, which not many people like. I probably will have not many customers on that one. Anyway, thank you everybody who was here, and I will be here every Friday sketch and drawing, painting. Maybe not in my studio, maybe outside. I'll see how it's going. So please subscribe, like, and you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and yeah, I'm actually uploading every day some drawing and some stories about the art, and maybe I'll talk a little bit of the art I like and which inspired me. So Admo, yeah, it's my first live. And thank you for coming, because without you guys I will be sketching anyway. I love sketching, but it was very strange to start, because I thought like, well, I have to talk something, I have to tell something, and then I thought maybe I should just like, talk like Bob Ross, like, and this is little flowers and this is little table. And Bob Ross didn't have this kind of technology, so he was talking to himself, so I was talking to myself. But I was very happy to see you guys and show you a little bit how the art is done. And yeah, Admo, I'll see you next week. Nina, I'll see you next week. So guys, thank you for coming and subscribing to me. See you next week. Yep.